My last astral projection video really blew up, far more than I ever expected it to, and I'm deeply grateful for the support, the comments, and the curiosity. A lot of you have been asking for a more detailed explanation of the method, and here it is. But if you haven't seen the first video, I recommend watching it before this one. The link is in the description. So in today's video, we'll go deeper into astral projection. Not the internet myths, not the spooky campfire version, but the living reality of what it really is, what it isn't, and how to step into it with precision. This is not second-hand theory, it's drawn from my personal experience, how I shed my limiting beliefs, and how that changed everything. By the end, you'll have a clear method and a deeper sense of the truth behind it. So let's get into it. Every journey begins with emptying out the day. Spend a little time, 10, 15, 20 minutes, simply letting the noise drain away. Breathe, meditate, release the static of conversations and worries. It's less about time and more about the feeling of being rinsed clean of the day's stress. When calm has settled, lie in bed on your back, arms and legs spread slightly apart, palms facing upwards. This small ritual is a signal to the subconscious. We intend to project now. Keep the room neither hot or cold. Wear light clothing, like pajamas or a t-shirt. Have a thin sheet over you for comfort. It helps not to feel exposed. I like feet and hands covered just enough to quiet that old animal reflex. That something might come and grab your foot sticking out of the bottom. You all know what I'm talking about. You want to feel totally comfortable and feel safe with no distractions. Phone off and ensure you will not be disturbed. Begin to breathe deeply but naturally. Every time you exhale, relax your muscles a little more. Let go of more tension. You'll feel as if you're sinking into the bed a little more with every exhale. You should feel a strange kind of tingling and numbing effect all over your body. A kind of disappearing as if you're becoming part of the bed. Behind closed eyelids, subtle lights start to flicker. Focus your awareness on that, while allowing all thoughts and feelings to continue in the background without judgment or concern. If nothing visual appears, don't worry. It's not always like that, and for some, it never is. Just focus gently on the blackness behind your eyelids, until everything opens up into what I call the 3D blackness. The closest analogy would be being inside a pitch black room where you can't see, but you sense the space around you. You know there's a room and it looks 3D, not just the flat blackness like the back of your eyelids. In some cases, even the 3D blackness may not occur. We are all unique, but you will see something, even if it's subtle movement, mist, static, or another visual phenomenon. Whatever it is, that is what you focus your awareness on. Another practical tip in this stage is to keep the tongue lightly pressed against the roof of your mouth, kind of like a suction cup effect. It prevents excessive saliva production and keeps everything undisturbed. If your awareness begins to drift away into thought or emotions, don't worry. Every time you catch yourself, gently bring your awareness back to the flickering lights or the 3D blackness. Remember, the mind thinks, the heart beats, the lungs breathe. All of that belongs to the body. You are the awareness noticing it happen. That awareness is what astral projects. So be with it, not the thoughts, not the sensations, and definitely not the imagination. If you try to will yourself out, or imagine ropes, swings, or anything like that, you are back outside of awareness and back into thought, the opposite of where you need to be. The trick is, not doing is doing. Remaining aware while the body falls asleep is astral projection. Not leaving the body, but entering a different state of consciousness. When you finally enter the astral, it's a sudden shift. One moment you're lying there, the next you're simply elsewhere. People imagine floating out of their body like a spirit. In my experience, it's not that way at all. The first sensation is unmistakable. A sudden crystal clarity, as though you've stepped from an old analog world into an ultra-high definition one. Fear drops away. It feels obvious that this is the real world, and the physical world you just left was the dream all along. Fear is possible, but not in some raw, visceral human way. No pounding heart, trembling, or nausea. It's more an intense concern of the unknown. I often find myself elevated, looking down at my body. Others may open into another room, another landscape, even another dimension of sorts. It's all valid. The more you practice and integrate the truth that you are omnipotent creative consciousness, the more you learn control over the experience. The less you get swept away into random scenarios, places, and confrontations, and eventually that stops happening altogether. Unfortunately, many people never reach this realization and continue believing in the monsters and demons they encounter, building entire worldviews out of a fear-based astral illusion. I did this myself for many years, believing in malevolent entities, demons, a shadow god like a demiurge controlling an insane world. Until I had a profound shift in awareness. We are all one. Not mostly one, all one. There simply is no separation. Once I fully understood that, my astral journeys changed forever. Movement in the astral is pure intention. Some people need to learn the feel of it. For me, the instant I intend to move, I'm already moving, drawn forward like a current faster than thought itself. This ease doesn't come from a learned skill, it's built from the way I live. All day I remind myself, this life is an illusion. I am omnipotent, omniscient, immortal consciousness. When that truth saturates your everyday life, you realize there is no difference between here, there, or anywhere. You are always infinite awareness. You're just experiencing different states of consciousness. What we call reality, the astral, dreams, or lucid dreams, they're all self-imposed, illusory states of being. Infinite love is the only truth. Once you self-identify with that, all illusion falls away, and you learn to enjoy it instead of fearing it. It's all about play. Two main challenges most beginners face. First, sleep paralysis. This is a big one. Strange sounds, electric sensations, phantom presences. These can feel alarming, but they're simply the body's nightly safeguard. The same switch that stops you from acting out your dreams. Only now you're aware of it happening while you're usually asleep. The key is to hold the knowing, I am not the body. I cannot be harmed. and second, sudden excitement or fear. That first realization when you enter the astral can pull you back into the physical in a heartbeat. It usually looks like, oh my god, I've done it, this is real, oh my god. Then boom, you're back. Then you beat yourself up. Freaking out has the same effect, but don't worry, this is very, very common. Just keep at it. The fix is the same deep certainty, I am infinite consciousness. Stay in that calm, and the journey continues. When you return, you're often left with this powerful, otherworldly feeling. Your job is to bring that back with you. Capture everything while it's fresh. Grab your phone, a journal, a laptop, whatever is near. Describe the symbols, the feelings, the landscapes. Don't worry about it making sense necessarily, just get it down. The next day, I like to walk in nature. Trees and sky have a wonderful way of weaving the extraordinary back into everyday life, making it feel less like a hallucination and more like a real, tangible experience. The key is to ground the insight until it becomes part of who you are. Don't let the profound become just a memory. Make it a new layer of your reality. So, what is astral projection? It isn't a parlor trick or a bedtime novelty. It is consciousness remembering itself. The body sleeps, awareness explores. You are not the body. You are infinite, the source, the creator. This is a path of proving that to yourself. The true shift happens when you move from believing what somebody tells you to knowing it for yourself. It really doesn't matter what somebody tells you in a YouTube video, or a book, or how popular an experience the practitioner is. Nothing matters but your own lived experience. We don't have to keep fearing reptilian energy vampires just because of other people's experiences. We can choose love instead. This will be my last upload for a couple of weeks as I've got kidney surgery coming up in the next couple of days, and I'll obviously be out of commission healing, but I'll be back. I'll spend the healing time writing scripts. I'll see you when I get back. Until then, happy travels.